Absolutely.
Okay,
For their safety. We're praying for their safety.
And
we're
action.
live.
Hi,
What?
guys. It's Ray Ray. Ray Ray the Rebel. Thank you guys for coming in.
No
Um,
problem.
yeah, I have a panel tonight. Kickstand,
Mm-hmm.
Crystal the Rebel,
Hello.
Big Kiss, and myself.
Hello.
Um,
What's going
I
on?
was asked to do this panel because they have a few things that they want to share on their opinions. I've done, my videos yesterday. I've spoken to Papa today to clear some of the air. If I could just have 5 minutes and then you guys could have the floor, and we'll open up to discussion.
Go ahead.
Um, I finally explained to Papa that I didn't take away the rebels from his two young ladies that's in his chat because they were going to be in his chat. I took them away because they didn't have my back or support my cause because I was doxxed in Papa Grizz's chat. And not one of them blocked when I was doxxed, and one continued to repeat the information that I was doxxed, and Kickstand had to go in and ask them to remove that information. After that, I realized that they didn't have my back for prior behavior of not talking to us or shading us or whatever. So that's
Yeah.
where my decision was that I just wanted to stay with my three original um, rebels. It's nothing personal to them. There's no retribution to them for anything. Nobody was ever said anything about Papa doxing me. We cleared that out today. We know exactly who it was. There was one town of San Antonio that was given to MER. That was doxed. So I just think after you guys speak on your opinions and we have this open chat, then we need to start healing from this. As Americans and as people that believe in our heroes. And I think that the definition of heroes can be a lot of things to a lot of people in different ways. But on this point, Kickstand, did you want to take the floor?
Let Big Kiss go right now.
Sure, I'll
He
go.
wants.
I'm sorry?
Sure, I said that. Sure, I can go. No big deal.
Okay.
So I was offended that
Go ahead, my
some
friend.
of
The
some
floor
of
is
the things
yours.
that were said. Um, he did say he respects the military. And I believe
Mm-hmm.
maybe he does. He probably does. He's had family in the military. I mean, how can you disrespect the military? But it was more of disappointed that he knew it was bothering people in the chat. His opinion, and he's entitled to his opinion. He's right. I'm entitled to mine.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to agree to disagree,
Mm-hmm.
but I think you should
Mm-hmm.
just tread lightly when you know that Kickstand is a veteran and he's really offended by what he's saying. Maybe you should just give it a rest and just move off that subject. And I asked, hey, can we just not today, not on 9/11?
He
Let's not talk about this. Who's heroes, who's not heroes? My opinion and mine only is if a young man or woman is going to enlist in the military, raise their right hand in front of the United States flag, and solemnly swear to defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, so help me God, you're putting your ass on the line whether you're a supply sergeant or whether you're infantry over there playing around in the sandbox and fighting against the enemy. Either way, you
right,
volunteered to put your
and
ass on
what?
the line, whether you're reserve, active duty, or National
Uh-huh.
Guard. It
And that
doesn't
can
matter.
change
You
it. That can
it could
change
change
at
at
any
any time.
moment.
Absolutely.
You
And
can
then
be
you go
behind
from
the
a
desk
supply
1 minute.
sergeant. You go from a supply sergeant to carrying a gun, shooting at people. And as far as my father-in-law, Carrie's dad, he didn't have any choice. He was drafted, and so was her uncle. They were told, "You're going to Vietnam, whether you like it or not." So, he won't take the credit as being a hero, but he deserves the respect because his country asked him to do something that he really didn't want to do, but he did it because that's what his government asked of him.
Correct.
You know what I mean? So it's, I mean, you got to tread lightly. I mean, is a supply sergeant in North Dakota a hero? Maybe to some people. Maybe he's not. But he at least deserves your respect.
But in many opinions, once you take that oath to uphold the Constitution, and you may sit your ass at the desk, that can change within a week, and you're shooting a gun on the front line. So who has the right to judge anybody in the military as hero or no hero? That's where I got offended.
Well, me too. And that's it. I don't wish no ill will on Papa. He knows that. But also, we were in the chat. We were telling him that. Kick was saying, I'm offended. I'm offended. I'm offended. Right. I made the statement too. We don't, I grew up in a military family. I never heard my father asking for a discount anywhere. No.
Because if they wanted a discount, we simply went to base. There was the PX, the commissary, the cigarettes, the gas, and the booze.
Right.
No taxes on top of that, discounts. You're all set. So there's facilities set up to give them the differences that they need. So they don't have to. So they don't have to ask for the difference.
Sure. But you know what? If
go on.
If my dad walks into any coffee shop, okay, and he's wearing his Special Forces U.S. Army hat, retired Special Forces veteran,
yes.
Whatever.
Yep.
Special Forces veteran. Somebody's going to see that hat and they're going to say, "Okay, are you a veteran, sir?" "Yes, I served 12 years." "Okay, well, we're gonna give you a special veterans discount on your coffee." So he saves 20 or 40 cents. Big deal. There are some people that go in there and ask for discounts and they take advantage of it, but shame on them. But you know what? Who are we to say? Who am I to say? Because I didn't swear in. I didn't swear in and put my ass on the line.
Right. And half of those people that want the military discount, statistics are, they're not even military.
Sure. Them are the ones that give a lot of the veterans a bad name, is the stolen valor. And I'm not about that. That's not right. It's disgusting. And then the only other thing that bothered me yesterday is, yes, we can agree to disagree. I say they're heroes. He says they're not heroes. That's fine. Hey, he's got his opinion. He's entitled to it. That's part of our constitutional right, is to have our opinion. But the only other thing that did offend me was saying, well, it's just a job. It's just a job. Well, really, if you think of some of these young men and women, if it was just a job, hell, they could stay home and work in a restaurant. They could work in a department store, work less hours and make more money than to swear in to put their ass on the line for you and me and everybody here listening for a job.
Well, the thing about it, they go in fresh out of high school, and many of them come out in 18 or 20 years, and they're medical physicians. That's definitely more than a job. That's a career choice.
Sure. but everybody forgets they still can be called to go to war, to be shipped overseas. Special forces, you can be called to do covert missions that nobody even talks about.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my neighbor, he served for 20 years. You know, he doesn't want to think of himself as a hero.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll tell you what, he's told me some of the stories. He's a goddamn hero. I mean, he saved people's lives. He's pulled people out of holes, basically, when they're being shot at. You know, I mean, I've heard some crazy stories.
I want to read you something. Somebody in the chat says, by the name of TMZ Exposed, says, Big Kiss makes too much sense. Mute his mic. He makes Papa look bad.
Well, this is just my opinion, folks. I mean,
education.
That's how I feel. You know, and I came from a military family. My grandfather, World War II. My dad, Vietnam.
Right.
You know, myself, I was a week away from enlisting when I tore my knee. I shredded my knee. I now have a titanium fake knee.
Right.
At 36 years old, I had to have it completely replaced.
Right.
But a week before I was going to swear in and take that oath to put my ass on the line, I'm sure I would have been sent over to the desert, over to Afghanistan or Iraq. I'm sure I would have been, without a doubt. But guess what? The good Lord must have other plans for me, because I was automatically disqualified because I needed a reconstructive knee surgery, and they had to put screws in my knees.
Right. But just because, you know, my concern is, and I watched, you know, Papa Grizz's streams. Of course, you're at work, and I don't think you've seen them. Just because we're speaking out, I feel he thinks it's a declaration of war, and he wants to battle it out and go to the gutters, and we're not about that. I have no
interest in that. No interest in that.
Right. And me either. I've been back on YouTube about 16 months now. And I invite you guys to watch my channel. I'm a totally different person. I'm doing this different. And this is the real me. When I came to YouTube as the Golden Girls or whatever, that was not me. That was entertainment. That was trash. We had skits blow up in my face. We've done it all. But this is truly me. And I'm passionate about so many things. And I'm going to use my platform to speak out.
Sure.
But just because I speak out on somebody does not mean that it's war. Can I tell you, guess what? Tomorrow I'll be in there, you know, singing Kumbaya? Absolutely not, because it doesn't work that way. But I'm allowed to work on my own channel, move forward, do things for me without going to war or going in the gutters, because I refuse to do that with him. I'm a very loyal person if I'm your friend or if the friendship has ended.
That's true.
I'm not going to go to the gutter. I'm not going to do it. And my team will not do that. And that's why I'm very proud of what we're doing here tonight. I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead, Big Kiss.
No, that's my 2 points. My 2 opinions. I was disappointed and I was a little offended, but you know, he's right. He's entitled to his opinion. I'm not saying he's not. I just I didn't like it. I didn't like it, and I didn't approve of it. So I just let it be known. So that's me exercising my right to voice my opinion. That's all. Amen. I don't want a war. I'm not going to talk crap on Papa. You know, I do believe he's a good guy. I really do like him. I like his family.
Does he make great decisions all the time? Perhaps not.
No, perhaps not. You know, and none of us are perfect. Don't get me wrong. Hey. I'm not holier than thou. I'll be the first one to tell you.
I'm still paying for things from 3 years ago, so I'm just saying.
Sure. Oh, yeah. I mean, but you know, everybody has their own opinion, and that's fine. But if you're somebody's friend and you know it is offending them, and it's not sitting well with them, maybe it's just a better idea just to let it go. Just drop the subject. That's all. Because
Oh,
if somebody
Sarah,
else was offended by something I said, I would just drop it, out of
Sarah wants
respect for that
a
person.
link, um, in case she gets Dominic to sleep. All right, Sarah, we'll get that
Okay.
to you. Um, yeah, so I mean, yep.
So that's pretty much my opinion all wrapped up into one little package. How about
Amen. Amen.
that? Yeah.
Crystal,
Yep. So
welcome to the show. How have you been?
I've been dealing with a lot of stuff. I missed everything that happened yesterday until later last night. And I caught up.
Yes.
And then I saw the stuff that was going on in Papa's today. And I was pretty hurt because I never said, I hate you, Papa. I don't want anything to do with you. He just
The floor is yours. Please go on.
And I never said, oh, I'm not going to support you. I'm not going to, I just got thrown into that. I don't support what he said. I don't agree with it. But like Kiss just said, we have our own opinions. We're allowed our own opinions. Those people thought we could have freedom of speech. They don't want people not to be able to speak freely either. But for him to say falsehoods,
Can you talk louder? You're breaking up too, sweetheart.
Oh, sorry. The thing that got me today, though, was he said that you had your hand up his ass. And I didn't agree with that at all because
if I could say something, if I had my hand up his ass, he would not be making the mistakes that he's making because I would have stopped him.
I agree.
There would not be his views going down. I never have had my ass up, Papa, and Papa's not a man that can be controlled at any point.
No.
Have I advised him on certain things? Yes. But he's advised me on certain things. But to say that I ran his channel, that's an embarrassing thing because if that was true, then when everybody else thought I was running your channel was doing well if I had my hand up your ass. But right now, all the mistakes you are making is because I don't have my hand up your ass.
Yeah.
Go on, Crystal.
That basically, that bothers me because I know you. I know it's
Crystal?
Yep.
Did we lose Crystal?
No, I hear her.
BK?
I hear her.
Big Kiss?
Yeah, I hear you.
Maybe Ray can't hear
I hear you too.
But that was just my point, was that I was hurt that everybody got lumped together in saying that we hated him. None of us have come out and said that I still love him. He sent my son a shirt just out of the kindness of his heart. Didn't ask for anything in return. It was very sweet of him. And I'm thankful that he did it because my son does like Papa. But things that were being said today threw me off. I didn't understand. And I don't think any of us disrespect Karen or Lady either.
You're breaking up.
Well, those are my points. That's all I really needed to say about it.
Yeah, okay. Did you want to go on?
Yeah, give me a second.
All right.
Just need to walk out.
Yep.
Because
the floor is yours, sir. I just want to apologize to you for the way you were offended yesterday, and thank you very much for your service. I know you hate that, But thank you very much, and the floor is yours, sir.
Well, thanks, but a lot of things he said. Never ever been anywhere and heard anybody asking for a military discount that wasn't fake. You get these guys that play dress up, put a uniform on, and go around trying to get discounts. But they're not real. I've never seen it. Like you said, you can get all you want anywhere else. And then the job bit. Oh, it's just a job. This comes from a man that hasn't had a freaking job since 1990. And you're defining what a job is. I'm sorry. And the supply clerk. Oh, I'm sorry. If these guys in the back, in the rear of the gear, didn't give us what we need up front, we'd be fucked. So their jobs are very important. Just because they...
Absolutely.
Everybody goes through basic. It's trained. How to fire a gun for a reason.
Right.
How to throw it, how to throw a grenade, how to set up a claymore, all this shit. So for him to sit there, oh, that's not important. I'm sorry. Let's put your ass up front, and then you don't have something because a supply clerk messed up. That's very important. That's what's. Oh. And then he just doesn't get it, or it's either he's really thick-skulled and doesn't get it, or I really think is he just doesn't give a crap. He gets it, but he just doesn't give a crap. And he's losing how many fans now, or people are watching. I hate the word fans. How many people are watching his show are leaving? You know, like what we did with poor Bart. Time to go out. Well, yeah, I got mad. I would too after a while. But for Papa to pull his crap on 9/11, that's the first time he's dissed the military. But to pull it on that day of all days, I don't care if it was a bet or not a bet or whatever, a dare or not a dare. He just picked the wrong day to pull it. And then, if he had this trusted Mazda, he said he trusted so much, he should have listened to him in the chat and shut the hell up. Change the subject. How many people tried doing that? He wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to be quite honest. Even Carrie went in there and was talking about she's nude and people were trying to change the thing, and he just kept going and he kept going. Even after you made 3 or 4 comments about that you felt this was bullshit.
And to prove he doesn't get it, he made 2 more triggered videos to prove he doesn't get it or doesn't give a shit. One or the other. Well, I hope he's happy. You know, granted, I had made too many donations to him, but I was going to keep on donating like I was, and now he can just forget about it, you know? So, yeah, it's going to cost him money, too. It wasn't big donations, but after a while, it sure would add up.
Agreed. Sure. Agreed.
So, that's going to cost him, too, because there's no way. No way in hell. And then he pulls everybody wrenches, but then gives Andrew a wrench. Oh, I love this part. I thought I pulled everybody's wrenches, but I guess I made a mistake and left just one. Well, this one person that has this wrench by mistake is somebody that donates too. Because when you go to remove wrenches, when you go into Creator Studio, they're all right there. There's no, oops, I made a mistake, bull crap.
Right.
You can see every mod you have, so there's no oops. So that's a bunch of crap.
They're all in a box right there on top of...
Yeah, they're all in the box. You see all of them. So that's crap. He didn't do that by accident.
Is somebody sitting... yeah.
Donated a lot, and so he kept them.
Right. Sarah just got a hold of me on Hangouts and said she's hearing a lot of feedback. Are one of you guys sitting in front of a fan or a dryer?
I'm outside.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I'm outside, but it's not real windy.
I think it's Crystal. Crystal, can you mute yourself, sweetheart, for a minute? Somebody just wrote the Cadavis. He wrote in the chat, I was offended. My dad was in Korea, lost a cousin in Vietnam, and another one who served in Vietnam. Sad. I am proud of being an American and appreciate all that served. That's...
Yeah, I'm not watching the chat right now.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm reading it.
Okay.
You know, that's what he said. You know, so. And like I said,
Papa really made a mistake with this.
Yes, I agree.
It's going to really blow up in his face. And you see he's trying to backtrack. He's trying to say, oh, he's talking more about 911 and all. No, he wasn't. His main focus was dissing the military. And then when he tried to backtrack, he tried to say, oh, I was talking about the people, 4 people in 911. Right. Bullcrap. His original stream was this. No.
I rewatched a lot of the videos yesterday, and I saw Americans jumping out of buildings because it was either they burned to death or they jumped to death. This shouldn't have happened at all. He should not have done that. Another person wrote, KTS Cool writes, Papa Grizz is the reason all you know each other and you all turn your back on try to fight him. It's Papa versus the world, and Papa is winning in the long run.
Bullcrap. I knew these people
Unacceptable.
before I knew Papa. I knew these people before I knew Papa when we were part of the Golden Girls. So no, we didn't meet all these people through Papa. So nice try. You need to, all these new people that haven't been around this community for a bit think they know shit they don't know. If you haven't been here for a couple of years, you don't know everything. So shut the hell up as far as that goes, because we met everybody through different areas in this community.
A matter of fact, let me tell you how we met. I started Golden Girls with Savage, and then we ended up with Kickstand, and that's how we met. I was actually enemies and not friends with Big Kiss and Carrie until the middle of like 2.5 years ago, that I had a daughter that was just dragged through the mud on YouTube, and we came together. It was me and Bray and Kick and Kiss and Carrie. Who else am I missing? Texas. And we talked about how there was going to be no kids on YouTube. And I'm talking about we're on 2 different sides and we're fighting each other. But we came to that agreement about no kids on YouTube. And even though we were not friends, we stuck around with that. And that's the way it's really been. So we were able to cross, lines and come to an agreement, which we stuck by. And it's worked for us. But now we've become really good friends. Me, Texas, Carrie, and Big Kiss, and Sarah, and Kick, and Crystal.
Well, yeah. Papa's just trying to backtrack. He's just backtracking. Right. He's trying to get the focus off of him disrespecting the military and turn it into Ray making people choose sides. Nobody is making people choose sides. People can go into his stream all they want.
I would never tell somebody they cannot go into Papa Grizz's chat. I've gone in there today to express my opinion on several things that he said. I've called him on his phone. And for him to say that he was going to change his phone number because I was going to dox him, I called him out on that too, and then he finally said that he knows I wouldn't do that. I would never do that. So I want to read a couple of more comments while I have you guys here. Nancy Olson says, he had pure hate in his heart last night, talking about those who fight for our country. Thank you again, Kickstand. You are a hero. BTS Cool. Papa wants to fight in Vietnam War. He loves the military. Steve Coate, as much as I may not like Ray, but what Grizz has said was disgusting. I went in today as well, Carrie did. Texas, Papa said today that the guys who had died for their country made that choice. They get no boo-hoos from him.
That's fucked up.
That's bullshit. He said that?
Okay, this is what Texas says, and I'll start again. Papa said today, the guys who, I apologize, Kick. The guys who have died for their country made that choice. They get no boo-hoos from him. Oh, and we're not fighting a war right now, so I guess that means there's no danger. Shake my head. Kick?
I'm just in shock. I'm just in shock at that man.
BTS says Papa is misunderstood. If that's misunderstood, then I just
that guy.
Then I don't understand. Then I don't understand.
And he says he respects the military. Bullshit.
No.
Nancy
says,
then
he turns around and proves he doesn't.
Nancy says, well, he is jealous because he doesn't get to fight. So take it out, especially on 9/11. That's unbelievable. Steve Coates says BTS Cool is problem one of his other fans. Okay, let's see. While his fat ass is sitting in freedom, he would be scared if someone comes knocking on his door. He needs that.
He'd be the first one to call the police, and I'm sure this is the police too.
BTS Cool says 3 of Papa's brothers were in the military.
No, I know. And, according to Papa's logic, his 3 brothers, at least 2 of them that served in the Navy, weren't heroes because they were safe on a battle carrier. They weren't on the front lines in infantry. So does that mean they're not heroes?
Okay. Texas says, Kick. He said it at the end of his video called Ding Dong, You're Wrong.
Yeah, I saw part of that video, but I didn't watch all of it because I'll watch it now because it's the same bullshit over again. This guy's doing a loop.
9/11 is not funny. Steve Quote says, yeah, his other fans are under troll accounts.
Oh, I don't care. His fans can come in here and say their little crap all day.
We don't block anybody, Steve.
We're not going to block them. I don't want them blocked. I don't want them timed out.
We don't block anybody.
I don't want any of that done. Let him come in and look stupid. Be my guest to come in and look stupid.
I'm still
open your mouth and confirm you're stupid for us. Go ahead. Oh my God.
Crystal, if you have anything to say, you can unmute yourself and come back in.
Crystal's not on mute.
Yeah, I've been on mute. I just I'm kind of in shock right now because I didn't know anything about that statement.
BTS Cool says Papa Grizz has been through hell and you only added to the flame.
That man wouldn't know hell. No way. He gets to sit at home every day, wake up when he wants to, go to sleep when he wants to. What hell has this man gone through? He could walk a lot better if he get off his butt and walk more. That's why his legs are going so goddamn bad. Stay off the damn chair, the damn hover around, and walk.
I'm so sorry.
Get off your butt and walk.
Crystal says, I'm so sorry to all the military that has been hurt by this. Steve Coates says, myself, John, and others called this type of behavior out a long time ago from Grizz. Well, congratulations, Steve Coates. What did you guys do about it?
Our eyes are open now. We've seen the light.
His life is harder. BTS Cool says his life is harder than what we understand.
Oh my God, really?
You won't last one day in Grizz's shoes.
Shaking my... I wouldn't be in Grizz's shoes because I wouldn't be that fat.
TMZ exposed. It's not fair you are fighting with logic. Papa only knows how to deflect and trash talk. I demand you stop making sense.
No kidding.
Nancy Olson, but he wants sympathy for his legs giving out and can't hardly stand, but he thinks the military doesn't deserve to be called heroes. Total hypocrite. He can walk, but too lazy to. So using the handicap slot.
He should need a handicap spot. The man can walk. Leave that goddamn hover around or whatever it is at home and walk. Oh my God.
So Steve Coates says, Nancy, so the people who sit at radars aren't heroes according to Grizz.
The people anybody that's not an infantryman is not a hero according to Grizz. Anybody else that does all the backup, the Air Force, they would be heroes unless they're a fighter pilot.
I mean, even if you drive a fucking ship in the Navy, you're not a hero.
And when you first sign up as an E1 for a job, you're not making shit either. So, you can make more in the civilian world. So why are you doing that? Why go do that and make shit pay?
Super. Yes, you could talk to me, but I would prefer like Saturday and Sunday on Twitter because I go to bed really early because I get up really early. So Yeah. I legit believe Grizz despises the military and is jealous of current and vets because in his eyes they get better treatment than him.
They earn better treatment than him. Just saying. Oh, and what really pissed me off too is when he's like, "Well, I should be a hero too because I had a job. I worked at the crane facility." Really?
I remember that. That was about a year ago.
And then he turns around and he repeated again recently. And then he's turning around and saying, "Well, our trash man heroes because they wear a uniform."
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God! This man just makes logic is definitely not in that man's head or common sense.
And all he had to do
was shut his fucking mouth.
Come on this morning and apologize.
Well, that too.
That's all he had to do.
He can't do it. He would apologize, but then he'd backtrack.
Do you guys think that this is being drawn out the way it is because he wants to create some content here, or is
some drama?
That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, for his channel.
I don't want anything to do with that, though.
I heard a rumor that a lot of people think that this is just a skit, that Ray Ray and Papa are involved in a skit, and I can guarantee you this ain't no skit.
No.
Because there ain't no way in hell.
It ain't a skit. It's not we're not declaring war with Papa because you know what? We're not about that. And I speak on several things on my channel, and the team has been involved in every live that I have done. My channel is not my channel. It's our channel, the group's channel. And that's how we kind of been running things over here. So, I kind of have like this PR team, and this is what we move forward with. But we're not about gutter, name calling, dropping, doxing. We don't do that sort of stuff.
Well, I just wanted to do a panel because I wanted to be able to speak and not be stuck typing in a chat. And I noticed yesterday when Papa was going off and he said, "Explain this to me," he didn't throw an invite out there. And I'm not going to sit there and type all the stuff in the chat that somebody's not going to get it.
Steve Coates says, "I called it on my speaker earlier. He used 9/11 shit to get content for his channel."
Well, Steve, we had to respond to this. Or at least I had to speak up. But it doesn't mean we're going to keep addressing this man or giving them content. After this, we're going to go on our own and talk about our own content and other things.
I've got one for you.
I sure as hell don't want to give this man that.
No. The real Greg Olson says, "Everyone knows this is a skit between the rat, Ray Ray, and Papa. All military can die. They murder innocent people. All veterans stupid like Big Kiss."
Like Big Kiss.
What?
He's so goddamn.
Say that again.
He's getting
the real Greg Olson says, "Everyone knows that this is a skit between the rat, Ray Ray, and Papa. All military can die. They murder innocent people. All veterans stupid like Big Kiss."
So this Greg Olson, our little troll, but he's not even getting his facts straight. Big Kiss said he did not serve in the military, so he's not a killer. I'm the killer. And Greg, why don't you give me your address so we can go camping, Greg? I'll tell firsthand.
TMZ Exposed says us trolls control Papa. We told him to paint his house, he painted.
That's right.
Halpo told him to talk crap about the military, and he did. Trolls own Papa. Just saying.
He needs to rename his account to, Troll 56 or Papa Grizz 56, owned by the trolls. That's exactly right. Every time they tell him to do something, they do something. When they said his kids weren't taking showers, next thing you know, the kids were taking showers.
Steve Coates says, "I was only a dietary aide during my time working at a nursing home, but Grizz definitely has early dementia."
I don't know. I've seen.
Well, today I was watching a stream and he says People have told me that Ray Ray blames me for doxing her. And I was talking to Sarah on the phone, and I was like, well, I want proof on that. So when I called him, I said, well, who told you that? He says, I can't tell you who said that. And I said, then how can you go public with that when you're not able to tell me? I said, I can prove to you. He says, it said that you live in Fort Worth. I said, Papa, it did not say that. It said I lived in San Antonio. And the only person I told that I lived in San Antonio was MER because I never trusted her. So I never gave her my real location. But my location is something else. But I live in Dallas. And he's like, now I remember that. So, he's not remembering stuff. And I don't live in Fort Worth. And there are things that he's missing,
Well, maybe Steve's right. Could be.
Perhaps. Papa knows everything. He is the best. He deserves all the discounts and the handicap shots.
Yeah, he's the best, all right. Yep. He's a legend in his own mind. A rebel without a cause.
Are you still in here, Big Kiss?
I think Big Kiss is still in shock.
He's on mute, yeah.
Oh my God.
It's not the first time Papa's dissed the military, and the last time he dissed the military.
Can you hear me?
Very close to going off on them then. Yeah, we can hear you now.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Brute 1985 convicted child molester says, Ray Ray, MER gave me your address yesterday. I'm gonna send you a dead rat. Okay, you do that. She doesn't have my address.
Greg's ready to go camping, Kick.
Yes, Kickstand, are we going camping? He's ready.
Oh, that's right, buddy. We're gonna have all kinds of fun. We're gonna be digging holes and filling them in.
Steve Coates says, I love how Steve Coates says, I love how Cowpote, Nifty, John, myself, and Kruger, and even Hubbard called this type of shit a long time ago. But at the same time, Steve Coates, you and John Hagee and Hubbard and everybody were just in Papa's not too long ago. And being his friend, I remember BFFs, remember? I remember.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Does anybody else remember?
I remember them being in Papa's. I remember John being
there.
Yeah,
I remember.
So, I mean, everybody makes mistakes, but at the end of the day, we are where we are.
The only person that actually didn't go into Papa's and stayed out, I think, was Kruger. I think he's the only one I never saw in there.
Seems everyone is ganging up on Papa. No. Papa is not blocked in my stream. He is more than welcome to come in here, drop his email, and we will bring him in. Because that's how we work. That's how we roll.
Like Papa in.
Well, to me, it seems like common sense is commonly overlooked.
Explain.
Period. Well, I mean, common sense will tell you. There was so many things said yesterday about the 9/11. It was a conspiracy. It was the government. No, I've seen the videos. There was no bombs planted. Why would the government do that to its own people? I mean, that's just twisted thinking.
But even if that was true, there's still people died. Still needed to be respected.
Sure. I don't believe that the government would do that.
No.
I mean, it's that at the end of the day, Papa Grizz doesn't believe anything. So if 9/11
that's why I said common sense is commonly overlooked.
Right. Kickstand's dad, a disgrace to the military. He was found under the sergeant's desk doing you know what.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, at least get the right service right that he was in. So which service was he in? Because I've already said it several times. So which desk was he under and what branch? Come on.
And that was Greg 3.0 Kick.
How many Gregs are in the chat at this point?
I don't know.
Papa Grizz has been around the block. It takes a lot to earn his respect. Well, according to him today, I'm a very intelligent, respectable person. He knows I'm not going to dox him. So I have earned his respect. Most of us in here have his respect. But just because we're speaking out doesn't mean that we respect him any less. But it's called freedom of speech. And he can hold us accountable for everything we've said today, just like we hold him accountable for everything he said yesterday. Freedom of speech is a very funny thing. And everybody has a different set of rules with it. But the Constitution is very specific. So specific to say that you could basically say anything and get away with it.
No kids.
No kids.
Wow.
No kids.
Somebody just came in under her daughter.
Take
no. Shut that down. Whoever came in as Lee's daughter, shut it down. Block it.
Carrie just did.
That's bullshit. Get out of here with that shit.
Nancy Olson says no, it's not the government. If the government wanted to do that, they would have done it. A lot more of us. Why would government want to pay for soldiers to go to war after that? That's true.
Yeah. Ray. There's a suggestion that maybe you should not read all
I got
of
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Perhaps you're right, but I'm just like an open book. But perhaps you're right. I agree.
But how has Papa Grizz not gained anything from the military? He is a free man.
I agree, Sarah.
Speech.
He receives disability benefits from the government.
Yeah.
Which has help from the military. So, I mean, without the military.
Oh, now you open that can of worms. I wasn't going to say anything. I was going to keep my mouth shut. I wasn't even going to bring that up.
What did he bring up?
And I lost the point. Now you went and did it.
Nope. Bring it up. What's going up?
Because Papa's disabled. You know, he hasn't worked since 1990. You know, I get it. But you should choose your words wisely or more carefully or have more respect when the check you receive every month comes from the government, of which the military that you're disrespecting is protecting us for. Is protecting us and the government. And the check you get every month comes from the government. So how can you sit back and just talk shit on our government, our military? Yeah, I mean, I don't get it, man. Have more respect than that. I mean, you should choose your words a little more carefully. Just poor choices.
The government is feeding his face and his family. Simple. That's what.
Oh yeah, because he's not the only one who gets a check in that family, right? So we take all the checks he gets away, and let's see how they survive then. Oh my God, Papa might have to get off his butt and get a job.
You know what? Something at the end of the day, you guys, we're all Americans, and you know what? We are very lucky people. Yes. Because no matter how fucked up things that Papa Grizz says, could you imagine if we lived like in Iraq or Syria? He could not lay his head on a pillow and sleep at night because they would be taking his offspring out of his house, treating his wife wrong, speaking out about the government. He would be in prison and be tortured and beaten every day. He doesn't know how lucky he is.
That's true.
Military sucks. They do nothing but take discounts.
We've already addressed that. We're not going to address that again.
Well, and you know, Papa has disrespected simply doing their jobs before too.
Mm-hmm.
Even CPS, I understand that's stressful, especially when you don't deserve to have them called. But he disrespected that lady.
You still have to. He even disrespected the policeman that showed up to his house because he told him you shouldn't smoke. And what did Papa Grizz said? it's none of your business. He takes things too far. And there are people in positions of respect, if I could say that, that you should respect. And when you can't respect these people in positions of respect, then how can you ever be respected? Like today in today's chat, he said, would you talk that shit about the president of the United States? And like I told him when I was on the phone, do you realize the shit that Trump's taking on national news for his behavior yesterday? Thumbs up at a 9/11 ceremony, fist pumping, like if he's running for office. So people called him out on his shit, and we're allowed to call you out on your shit.
Preach on that shit, Ray Ray.
And that's what it comes down to. Trump fucks up everything that Trump does. He fucks up in this world, and he gets called out on it. Let me tell you something. Everything that happens on YouTube is Ray Ray's fault. I go with it because at the end of the day, it doesn't bother me. But you know what, Papa Grizz? This is not Ray Ray's bullshit or fault. It's yours for speaking out against the military on that day. Was that real goofy girl that came in here?
No.
No.
And there's that Hannah Shook. Get her out of here. They don't understand. When we say no kids, we mean no kids. So, anything that anybody else wants to add?
No, I believe I've said my piece.
No. I think we covered everything.
Kick?
Yeah, I think we covered everything.
All right. Are we good about shutting it down?
Sure.
Yeah.
I just want to say, let's all say a closing thing. Kick, go ahead.
Oh, I just said what I want to say. I'm back in the office now.
Okay. Crystal? Thank everybody for coming in.
Thanks everybody for coming in, and I think maybe we could say a prayer or some good thoughts out to the military, and
the people in that are waiting for the hurricane. Let's all,
absolutely,
pray for them, put out support for them, and remember that there are American people, and nobody deserves to go through the horrendous things that a whole hurricane can bring onto you, and nobody can minimize a hurricane either.
Right.
And Papa.
Well, one thing I hope he actually listens to this and thinks about it. Maybe some will sink in with him of what he did and how bad he kind of really messed up.
Yeah.
He should have listened to the people in the chat and just dropped it, moved on. And he didn't do it. So maybe this will sink in, but I kind of doubt it.
Right.
So.
Well, and I think it's worth saying one more time that, again, we don't hate him. I heard that several times today. This isn't about that.
If we hated him, he'd know about it. Because I would not, hesitate to make that well known.
Right.
Sure.
Maybe disappointed is a better word.
Yes.
In him.
Exactly. Right.
But that's about it. So, did we lose Miss Raquel? She's still in there.
Raquel, she's still there?
Yeah, well, she's still in.
Says she's still here.
She's not muted.
Huh.
Although I could mute her, that'd be kind of funny, but I won't.
Where'd she go?
Let's see. Yeah, it would be funny to kind of mute her, but no, she dropped out.
Oh, now she's gone.
Okay. Well, maybe I don't know. I'll give her a couple of minutes to come back in, and we can just end it without her.
Yeah.
We don't need her in here to end it, but considering I've got full control, I can end it anytime. But we'll give her a few more minutes, see if she can pop back in.
Oh, but she said bye in the chat.
Oh, did she? Well, we can go ahead and shut down.
Okay.
Thank everybody for coming in.
Yep.
Say a prayer for the people on the East Coast that they survive through the hurricane. Just keep everybody safe. And, say a prayer for the military. Thank you to the military, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard. Thank you for your service. Whether you feel like you're heroes or not, in some of our eyes, you're all heroes. So thank you for your service. And on that note, this is Big Kiss, and I'm out.
All right.
Good night, everyone.
Everybody said a piece. I'm going to end it.